If you are a man who has passed 50 or 60 years, I want you to take a break right now and pay close attention to what you're going to hear in the next few minutes.
If you are spending your hard-earned money at American pharmacies like CVS or Walgreens, buying those popular bottles of saw Palmetto, hoping they will save your prostate and give you back your nights of sleep, stop immediately. You may be throwing your money straight into the trash and, even worse, masking a problem that only gets worse with every passing night. Today, we are going to reveal a truth that the shelf supplement industry does not want you to know. There is a specific group of nutrients and real foods that act directly at the root of prostate growth, with an effectiveness that can be up to 20 times greater than the generic capsules you find out there. If you are tired of seeing your sleep constantly interrupted, if you hate having to get up 3, 4, or even 5 times every night, walking in the dark to the bathroom just to pass a few drops of urine with a weak and painful stream, this video was made specifically for you. What you are about to discover here today is not just ordinary health advice. It is the definitive roadmap to reclaiming your dignity, your masculine energy, and above all, your deep, uninterrupted 8 hours of sleep. Let's begin by debunking the biggest myth in senior men's health in the United States. Go into any health food store or neighborhood pharmacy and you will see rows and rows of shiny bottles labeled saw Palmetto. For decades, marketing has told us that this plant was the magic answer to every male urinary problem. But here is the scientific secret. They hide in the fine print of the research. The vast majority of these cheap supplements use low-quality extraction processes. When you swallow one of these hard capsules, the hydrochloric acid in your stomach destroys nearly 90% of the active compounds. Before they even pass through your intestines and reach your bloodstream, what remains is such a tiny dosage that your body can barely recognize it. That is why you take these supplements for 2 or 3 months and still keep waking up in the middle of the night with the same urinary urgency as always. Later in this video, I will show you exactly which foods fight this problem. But if you are a practical man who does not have time to cook pounds of vegetables every day, and you already want to go straight to the most advanced, powerful, and clinically tested American solution for the prostate, I have made it easy for you. I left the official link to this natural formula in the first pinned comment below, and if you are watching on a television or computer, you can simply point your cell phone camera at this QR code that is appearing on your screen right now. Prostate health does not depend on a single isolated ingredient. As time passes, a specific enzyme in your body called Finasteride begins converting your healthy testosterone into a much more aggressive hormone called DHT. It is the silent buildup of DHT that causes your prostate cells to multiply uncontrollably, squeezing your urethra like a garden hose being stepped on. If the compound you take is not highly bioavailable and does not attack DHT at its source, your bladder will continue to suffer. To understand why your routine has been severely affected, imagine your bladder as an inflatable balloon that needs to empty completely for you to feel relief. Right below that balloon is the prostate, which in youth is about the size of a walnut. With advancing age and the assault of DHT, that walnut grows until it reaches the size of a lemon or even a golf ball. When it expands, it crushes the urine outlet channel. The result is cruel. When you go to the bathroom at night, you strain. Wait a few seconds, but your bladder never empties completely. There is always a volume of residual urine left inside. 15 or 20 minutes after you return to bed and begin falling into deep sleep, your brain receives an alert signal that there is still liquid in the bladder. You wake up startled, your REM sleep cycle is interrupted, and the process repeats itself. This is not just a daily inconvenience. Lack of deep sleep dramatically increases cortisol levels, the stress hormone the following day. This raises your blood pressure, disrupts your blood sugar levels, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes and destroying your mental clarity and focus. How many times have you felt exhausted by 2 o'clock in the afternoon without the energy to take a walk, to play with your grandchildren, or to maintain your marital vitality? All of this begins with the inflammatory pressure occurring in your pelvic region. But then, what is the real alternative that modern science has validated? If common over-the-counter solutions fail, where should a senior man look? The answer lies in the synergy of nutrients that can be found in nature. And the first great champion of this group is a substance called lycopene. Lycopene is an extremely powerful antioxidant that gives certain foods their red color, with tomatoes being its most famous source. However, there is a crucial secret in the way it is consumed that almost nobody knows. If you eat a raw tomato in a salad, your body's absorption of lycopene is extremely low because the nutrient is trapped inside the vegetable's fibrous cell walls. Science has discovered that lycopene is only released and becomes 20 times more bioavailable when the tomato is cooked or heated, and ideally combined with a healthy fat such as extra virgin olive oil. When you consume lycopene correctly, it travels directly through your bloodstream and concentrates preferentially in prostate tissue, acting as a cellular shield against swelling. However, extracting this exact clinical dosage through food on a daily basis is almost impossible for most of us. You would have to consume pounds and pounds of tomato extract every day to achieve the therapeutic cell reduction effect. That is exactly why most American specialists today recommend the use of concentrated cold-processed extracts. This premium formula that I mentioned at the beginning of the video combines pure bioavailable lycopene with other DHT blockers in the exact dosage your body needs to reduce inflammation in the urinary system and let you sleep through the night. If you want to stop waking up in the middle of the night and put an end to this situation today, do not wait for the video to finish. Point your cell phone at the QR code on the screen right now, or click the official link that I left pinned in the first comment. But afterward, come back here now to finish watching the next vital foods on our list. In addition to cooked lycopene, there is another natural compound that is considered DHT's true nightmare, beta. This is a phytosterol found in high concentrations in pumpkin seeds and certain cold-pressed vegetable oils. Beta-cetosterol works in the male body almost like a natural biological blocker. It binds to that 5-alpha-reductase enzyme, preventing your good testosterone from being converted into the harmful hormone that inflames the prostate. The regular consumption of foods rich in beta-cetosterol and zinc, which is the most important mineral for the health of the male reproductive system, helps relax the smooth muscles of the bladder, neck, and urethra. When those muscles relax, even if your prostate is slightly enlarged, urine can flow much more freely. The urinary stream becomes strong and continuous, and you finally manage to empty your bladder completely on your first trip to the bathroom. Imagine the relief of going to bed, knowing that your bladder is completely empty and that your body will get the rest it needs for 7 or 8 uninterrupted hours. Without interruptions, without scares, without pain, and without that constant feeling of heaviness and discomfort in the lower abdomen that haunts so many men throughout the entire day. As you can see, nature gives us the tools, but our modern routine often works against us. For a man to consistently eat raw pumpkin seeds in the proper quantity, buy organic tomatoes. Prepare cooked recipes every day without missing a single day of the week. It takes a great deal of time and dedication. Let's be honest, our digestion changes after the age of 60 as well. Consuming such a massive amount of raw or fibrous foods can cause heartburn, reflux, and stomach discomfort. That is why so many men try to improve their health through diet but give up after 2 weeks because it is difficult to maintain the habit. Old age should not be a period of extreme restrictions or frustration from failing to meet nutrient goals at every meal. Technology exists to give us quality of life with convenience. In summary, the path to protecting your prostate and saving your sleep involves stopping your belief in cheap drugstore counter solutions that are destroyed by your stomach. The secret is to focus on highly bioavailable compounds that attack DHT buildup and relax the urinary channels. Add cooked tomatoes and pumpkin seeds to your diet whenever possible, because they are excellent partners for your longevity. But remember, for the rapid, deep, and continuous relief, you need to sleep like a young man again. Clinical-grade supplementation is the only scientifically viable path. If you did not take advantage of the opportunity in the middle of the video, the time to act is now. Do not accept living exhausted, do not accept feeling pain, and do not let a controllable physical problem steal your peace and your nights of rest. Take care of yourself, and we will see you in the next video with more essential tips for your senior health.